Hi, this week I've dived feet, boots and all into my first proper real working week for the year. And I have to say, the theme this week has been so consistent that it prompted me to have a chat with you and check in with you and find out how you're going with the overwhelm of the new year. So even though we're in the first week of February, we're really feeling it, aren't we? We're feeling like we're dragging ourselves to some kind of finish line, it seems, because we didn't really get a proper finish line over summer. So I'm speaking to people every day who are knackered, completely and utterly knackered, but still motivated and inspired to make things better for themselves in their businesses. So, how are they doing that? Well, look, the conversations I've had this week, they've been twofold. So they've been my Like a Boss group. We did an in-depth training session on Tuesday for 3 hours, which was amazing. And today I ran my first no quarter session for the year. The lucky members of no quarter, there's only three of them, so they're getting 2 hours a week of really intensive work. And both groups are battling the same issues, and that is, how do we make things better for myself? So how do I make things better for myself so I don't end this year as knackered as I ended last year, in fact as knackered as I'm coming into this year? So how do I work smarter, not harder? How do I put things in place so that I feel that I can pace myself throughout this year? And how do I find the damn time to make the changes I need to make to my business so that I can make that happen? So there's a real sort of sense of impending overwhelm around that conversation, because people really feel like they need to make changes. They feel like they need to make things different and better for themselves than the way they've been, but they just don't have the time or the energy or combination of those things to be able to make those changes happen. So I've taken things this week right back to what I would consider um, first principles, and that is having a look at the structure of your weekly diary. So having a look, really having a look at what your current diary looks like, your weekly schedule. Now, I talk about two types of diary: static diary and dynamic diary. And your static diary is the one that will make all the difference right now. And that is, what are the chunks of time that you allocate within your week to each thing? So think of a student's diary. They know every Monday morning they've got English, and then they've got maths, and then they've got double art after that. Rocking, right? They know what their Monday looks like week after week after week. We need to do the same sort of thing within our business diaries. So we need to think, first of all, what are all the hats I wear as a business owner? Well, the first hat you own, or the first hat you wear, is yourself and your family or partner or pets or whoever's important to you in your day. And is there time at the start of your day to make sure you're honoring that period of time? It took me years, and I mean years, I've been doing this for a really long time, to figure out that I needed to have nothing in my diary before 9:30 in the morning. Otherwise, I'm not present for getting my kids, I'm not mentally present for getting my kids ready for their day before I'm then rushing off to a meeting at 9 a.m. Can't be doing that. I need to be able to land in my business zone at 9 a.m., get my head clear, and then be in front of clients. Can't have anything in my diary before 9:30. Just doesn't work for me. I've got business owner hat. I've got therapist hat. I've got business coach hat. Sorry, that was nearly rude. Business coach hat. I've got consultant hat. I've got so many hats that I wear. And what I've managed to do more recently is make sure that each of those hats has their own dedicated spot in my diary, and they don't blur one to the other. So I don't have a couple of coaching clients and a couple of therapy clients on the same day. That doesn't work for me. I need to be really clear in my structure across the course of my week, because then I also know that I can rely upon certain blocks of my week to do certain things well, because that's the only thing I'm focusing on in that block of time. These are really basic time management skills, but I think as business owners, we forget to implement these things for ourselves. The other thing that this often leads to is worry about when can I implement these things. So it's all well and good to know we need to make changes, but then how am I going to make that happen when I've got a diary full to the gills of random appointments all over the place until March? Okay, the first step is knowing what your ideal week's going to look like and then picking a date when you can start to implement that and make it happen. So, if you're like me and you're a therapist and got all these other hats that you wear in your business as well, and you want to make changes to your diary, but you're booked up until March, then you structure your diary from the 1st of March onwards to look like how you want it to look. By the time you get there, you'll be so grateful to yourself for having put that in place. So the overwhelm you're feeling now is a sense of panic around not having enough time to do things, or a sense of panic about, well, I need to have fewer appointments in my week. I need to have more time to think about my business. I need to have more time to support my staff. I need to have more time to work on business programs and business projects and business problems. How am I going to make all that happen? Design it first, book it into your diary when it can be implemented, and then stick to it. Hard, concrete, granite boundaries around your time. Don't give in to guilt around availability. Structure your diary so that there's enough availability in a predictable, reliable fashion, and stick to it. Don't give in to fears about finances. I can't afford to see fewer clients because that's less revenue for my business. Well, that's a false economy. If you haven't got time to work on your business and develop structures that support the long-term viability of your business, then you're doing it backwards. So that then induces a conversation around fee structure. I'm not going to go into that in detail today, but you need to have a really honest conversation with yourself. If you can't afford to take time to work on your business, your fee structure is all out of whack and you need to look at it. So think about the mindset issues that have been holding you back from making the changes you need to make in your business. Think about, am I trying to be too available to too many people and feeling guilty? So the first step, get your head out of other people's diaries. Structure your diary in a way that works for you. And if people really want to work with you, they will make their diary fit yours. That's number one. Number two, get your head out of other people's wallets. If people want to work with you, they'll pay the fee that you charge and they will be pleased to do so because you offer such a great service, you offer such great value for your time. So make sure that you're not playing that guilt game with yourself, okay? So have a look at your diary. This is your little bit of homework. Have a look at your diary, the structure of it. Have a look at what's not working for you. Is your start time right? Have you got time to get your head straight before you start your day? Is your finish time right? Are you feeling resentful that you're not having enough time at home with your family, your friends, and your kids and pets and garden? Change it. You can change it. Do you not have enough time during your week to work on your business? Well, put that into your diary. Make it a block of time and be strict with that. I'm so bothered by how many people allow themselves, because it's no one else's fault, to sneak clients into their work thinking time. Please don't. You need that time. You need that time to be able to work on your business. Otherwise, you stagnate and you feel like your wheels are forever spinning and you're never getting anywhere, right? These are concepts that are every single one of the things I've talked about today require lots more talking, lots more thinking. But it's a start. I wanted this conversation today to be a little bit of a start to get the wheels turning for you. If you're like so many others, myself included, exhausted, you need to make some changes to how your week runs. So I reset my diary about 6 months ago with the view that I wanted this year to be easier for me energy-wise, and that seems to be working. I'm grateful already for how I've structured my week. So I want you to do the same. Have a look at what's working, have a look at what's definitely not working, design your ideal diary, and then find a date when you can start to implement that and then make it happen. You have to make it happen, and then you have to be strict with yourself and not let it come unstuck, because you're the only one who will undermine that. No one else is going to rescue you, and no one else is going to ruin your day. You're going to do it yourself. So be strict. Promise me you won't only work on your business at 11 o'clock at night or on weekends. Please don't. You deserve a weekend. You deserve your evenings off. You deserve a holiday. Make sure you book those in too, because I know how damned hard you work, and there's so much need for you to preserve your energy and look after yourself. So please promise me you'll do that, and I might pop back in for another chat sometime soon. Bye for now.